Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to my Eurovision React Review channel. So it is a semi-sunny day in Milan, and obviously, woke up this morning. If you have commented on my previous video, thank you so much. I cannot begin to tell you how much that means to me. But in addition to that, I woke up and thought, right, so Melody Festival is tonight. What can I do today before I head out and shop and get a haircut? What would be a safe space? And I thought, Iceland. So obviously Sweden's picking their song tonight, but so is Portugal. Regrettably, I haven't got around to listen to Portugal songs. No time, but just ran out of time. And Iceland. So I haven't heard any of the songs that have been eliminated in Iceland. Iceland. I mean, what can we say about this amazing country when it comes to Eurovision? Like, they've never won. So what? Their closest to winning was, Is It True? Is It Over? Loved that song. I think everyone loved that song, right? It just happened to be up, regrettably, against Fairy Tale from Norway. No one was beating that song. I mean, I'm just going through, like, the last couple of years. I mean, yeah, there's been obviously hits and some misses. And when there's been misses, they haven't been bad songs. Like 2015, Maria wasn't a bad song. I mean, I've always said that my first year that I properly watched it, even though we won in 1997, and I was like a kid watching it. And then 1998, we hosted it, and I don't really remember watching it, but I must have done. And then 1999, that was when I properly watched it. My mum allowed one or two friends to come over. I recorded, I've still got the video with VHSs. I recorded it, and obviously I kept on watching it all year. And yeah, Selma, All Out of Luck. I remember loving that song. And even I didn't know as this little kid, Iceland or Sweden? Take Me to Your Heaven. I think I was team Take Me to Your Heaven in the end. And can I just say, Selma is the loveliest person. I've mentioned in the past that the last couple of years when I was in the UK, I would host these kind of Eurovision parties and just like invite people like to come along and to kind of get them really into it. I would kind of reach out to past contestants and ask, can you do like a little video and kind of shout out to these particular names. Iceland have been good to me on that front. Like Selma, she's done 2 over the years, bless her. And Hera Bjork, she did an amazing one. I love that girl. Amazing lady. I think those 2 are the only ones that have done videos for me. I'm just talking about Iceland generally. And I mean, I'm looking at the last kind of 20 years. Which songs are the songs that are kind of still within my kind of consciousness? I listen to Greta Salome, Never Forget 2012, all of the time. Like, that one has aged really well. I actually prefer it to I Hear Them Calling Me, I Hear Them Whispering. Even though some people say that is the most robbed song of all time, i.e. the biggest shock non-qualifier of all time. It was a shock, but I particularly, even though my best friend at the time, he was absolutely obsessed with that song, and I remember he did not take it well, that it didn't qualify. And I was like, well, it's a shock, but like it wasn't in my top 10, I'm going to say it. And then, we've obviously had some pretty strong appearances from Iceland over the last few years. Well, we'll forget 2018. Bless that poor boy. Ari. He was supposed to be going to London to study music, so I hope he's doing well. Hatari, I mean, I actually quite like that song, even though you would have thought that I would never have liked that song based on my musical taste, but actually I quite liked it. And then obviously we've had Dathly the last 2 years, right? And he had an extremely strong showing last year, despite the fact he wasn't able to perform live in the final. Do you want to say anything more about Iceland? I'm just looking at all these songs. I think that's pretty much it. August and Tara 2000. Tell me once, tell me twice. Baby, there is no compromise. I really want to do this. That's probably the best thing I could do today is just engage with Iceland. How harmful can that be? I always think this, like, with countries like Malta, and Iceland. It's like, where do all these singers come from? Like, you've got a really small population, comparatively, right? So what's the population of Iceland? What, like over 300,000? Obviously they can sing well. I mean, the one thing I didn't do to say anything about in my intro was obviously the Eurovision movie, which has obviously put Iceland and probably Iceland and Eurovision on the map globally. Yeah. Yeah, Terry ESC, he said, well, I can't remember what I was reacting to, I think it was Denmark. And he rightfully said, it is something quite, I'm going to say beautiful, I'm going to ham it up a little bit. When you see live audiences, like we didn't get that last year, did we, in a lot of the national finals, but we've evidently got a live audience here. And it is, yeah, it's lovely to see that things, in that aspect are kind of getting back to normal a little bit. Strings. I picked up the strings. I love strings. I mean, look, I don't actually know which ones of these are favourites. I don't know which ones of these are talking about. Iceland's kind of gone a little bit underneath the radar this year in regards to sometimes now and again, in regards to particularly my videos, people will have opportunities to kind of talk about other songs, and I do pick that up. And obviously when I'm reading it, I'm like, oh, don't tell me which ones are the favourites, like, because I do want to just watch this kind of with like any kind of lack of knowledge, with no knowledge. It's a nice song, but we know this year, don't send this. It's a nice song, it's a cute song, it's a pleasant listen. He's obviously got a nice vocal on him, and he's singing this one well, but it's just I think you get a bit of an advantage if you leave your final near the end, because you get obviously the knowledge of what's already been selected. And we know, based on the songs that have been selected so far, it's probably not wise to send this. It's nice, though. Oh, he's got some little posters there for him. Which means he probably will win then if he's got some support. It's a beautiful... hold on a minute, don't use that phrase, Shane. It's beautiful. It's a nice song. I think I've been a bit unfair. I think I can't just rule out a ballad because there are loads of ballads or slow songs that have been selected, because you've got to kind of assess where this kind of ranks in regards to what has been selected. I think this is a cute song. Obviously, it is morning here and I've woken up, in a pretty decent mood. But I think this is quite good, isn't it? I like that bit. Woo! Stefán. Okay, Mr. Stefán. I quite liked that. That was a good start. So there are 5 songs. Is there any value to be like, what's my favourite so far? It's the first one you've listened to, Shane. Okay, so let's check out song number 2. It's not gone unnoticed that they've got the Ukrainian flag on their hand. Subtle, but effective. I was kind of right in my assessment at the beginning. What can I do today? What sort of video could I do that would be harmless? I know, Iceland. This already feels harmless. Okay, so again, if you are a subscriber to my channel and you've seen other videos, you'll know that I've said I'm a bit of a sucker for country western music. Growing up in a household full of country western, yeah, the obvious ones, Dolly Parton, Keith Rogers, Patsy Cline. Drummed into my head. Okay, so as a result of that, I'm already going to be slightly impartial, I'm not going to lie. I have a vested interest. It's funny this song came on because I this morning was putting on a Melody Festivalen playlist just to get in the mood, and that song came on. And I'll be crucified, and I'll be crucified as I see in the eyes, crucified. Love that song. I mean, it's not really impactful. Like, it's not giving that kind of cool, wow edge, like Waylon with "Calm After the Storm," right? Netherlands. That's always a good one to go back to for a multitude of reasons, particularly if you're thinking about sending a country vibe song to Eurovision, whereby it evidently can do well, but it needs to have a moment, or there has to be something about it that kind of grips you in. It's a pleasant song. I'm enjoying it to a point, but I already prefer song one, and that's me saying I love country sound songs. And simplicity can work. I still think Switzerland this year is a good song, and that's simple. Simplicity can work. That's not the problem. Doesn't it have to be all screaming, all dancing? Glitter. I mean, yeah, it's cute. Does it really have impact? Not really. If this got selected, would it probably struggle to get through to the final? I'd say so. But yeah, it makes song number one pop even more. I think I was not harsh on the song. I actually quite liked it, but I think my brain was already straight away when I was like, it's a ballad. And then as a result of that, thinking probably not the best choice for Iceland based on what we know that has been selected so far. Okay, cool. So song number 3. I mentioned, did I mention? I've forgotten now, my brain is fried. This morning I was watching RuPaul's Drag Race, and they did UK versus the world. They were doing the sing off at the end, Jujubee and Mo Hart. And they, to my surprise, I didn't know this, the dance off was to Toy, Netta's Toy, winner of Eurovision for Israel. And that was one of the reasons why this morning, there's a lot of reasons why this morning really turned things around for me. And I watched that, I was like, yes, this is what Eurovision is about. Just like camp, fun, that like drag queens can take to the stage and lip sync to it. The reason why I'm saying that, if you watch Drag Race, which some of you might, the lady on the, I have to do this with my left and the right, like when I was learning to drive, so L left. So I mean, looking at it, she's right. Her dress. There was a particular challenge where a drag queen called Jiggly Caliente got eliminated, and her dress looks exactly like that. It looks like something that they make in the dress-making challenges. Hold on a minute. What? Hold on a minute. I need the lyrics. Did she say what I thought she said? I can't second guess what she just said, because if she said what I thought she said, then I can't repeat it. But, okay. Oh, I'm really annoyed. Why is the lyrics not kicking in at the moment in time? So hold on a minute, there's another one. There's 3 of them. There's another one. Where do they keep coming from? It is literally I think they must have made their own outfits, right? It does look like a challenge for RuPaul's Drag Race. Okay. The problem is my mind's doing 2 things. On the left-hand side, my brain is like, Shane, you love this. It is what resembles a girl band, I think. And moreover, it is weird, wacky, funky, and is really entertaining. On the right-hand side, I'm halfway through the song. I need to listen to the song to see if the song is any good. Oh no, so there's 5 of them. I didn't clock the 5th one coming in. Look, I actually think I really like this. But like I said, I think my eyes and my ears, they're doing 2 different things, and apparently my brain can't take 2 senses and process it at the same time. My eyes are totally there, totally with it. My ears are like, Shane, listen to me as well, because there's auditory stuff going on. I still don't know whether I like the song, but apparently my brain has already decided that I do. Is this another one? Is there 6? Yeah, this is my favourite. I don't care what my ears are telling me. No, my ears are now saying, Shane, it's okay. There's so much going on now. What's on the flag? Okay, so what I've now decided listening to that song near the end, Eurovision 2022, like so many bops have gone and died in the national finals, right? Daria, Poland, Roxolana, Ukraine, Shane, Fire, Estonia, so many songs have gone. So let's just kind of reassess what Eurovision 2022 is. Eurovision 2022 is that you've got your bops, you have got your bops, you got your Chanels, you got your Albania, Ranella. You've got a plethora of slow songs, you got your Australias, you got your Polands, you got your Italys, and then you've got alternative. You've got your Georgias, you've got your Serbias, you've got your Frances. When I say alternative, like shaking it up a little bit. I actually have no issue with Eurovision 2022 just being crazy. So I almost want this to go just to send another song, just to play with people's heads. Like, there's so much going on in that kind of song, so many different ideas being put together in that 3 minutes, both visual and auditory. Like, I'm now with Eurovision 2022 just being like, do you know what? This year is crazy anyway. Let's make the contest crazy. So let's send this. This is my favourite out of the 5 so far. So let's listen to song number 4. It's dark. I would never say anything against Svala from Iceland, because she's huge in Iceland. yeah, even though your population is small and you're huge, that still means something. I wasn't a huge fan of Paper. I thought that song was dark. This song is dark, but it's not as instantaneous as Paper. It's called Paper, right? I think I only listened to it once or twice anyway. No shade against Iceland. Do like Iceland. Root for Iceland. Small country. Hasn't won. Why would you not? Yeah, this is also dark, but it's not as instantaneous as Paper. Paper. Apparently I do remember it. I don't want to be like, oh, she's got a nice voice. She has a nice voice. It's a sweet voice, but when she does that kind of sweet, is it vibrato? It doesn't really fit with the song, in my opinion. That bit. She's performing the song well, though. She's doing her best to sell what she has. Yeah, it's probably my least favourite so far. Trying to sing along to it. I'm struggling. I don't think I've naturally picked up a melody. I like, again, small staging, probably not as much money to kind of... Oh, there was a cameraman behind there. Probably not as much money to put this show on, but I love the effectiveness of those mirrors, though. Lucy Jones 2017. We love our mirrors in the UK. That works semi-well for us. Yeah, that's my least favourite so far. There wasn't really much in that song, other than her performing it. And her colour scheme in her eye makeup, which I quite liked. Right, song 5. I had no idea where this song was going there, and I was like, what sort of song is this going to be? Didn't expect it to go into that beat. This song is so confusing. Hold a minute, I have to pause this and just check something. Okay, so I think I found something sound to... So the guy is called Mar, I believe. I just want to check if he was blind. Not that has any kind of impact on this, but it was just interesting. Like, disability, visibility is something I'm really passionate about. So, again, amazing. Aww. I mean, on that note, in regards to disability, visibility, Eurovision's been amazing for that, right? So even if we take people who have a disability with their sight, we've had loads of entries, Shane. But like, from memory, I swear we've had a singer from Spain, the guy on the piano, the lady from Georgia, she was blind, she did really well. Karina May, was it, from Germany? I can live without music. Yeah. It's not the best song, but I love the fact the audience are totally behind this. Oh. Oh, that was cute. Okay, so I can do this now. Okay, so let's rank them. So 5th place. Oh, Shane, you have to say these names. I think Katla. I just didn't vibe with it. I think she performs it well, but the song quite dark. Not really much of melody. Doesn't really do much for me. That's my number 5. Number 4. Yeah, Amarosis, don't you know? Like, it was cute. It was really sweet to see the audience get behind this song. But the song itself is just not the best. So that's my number 4. Number 3, what are you left with, Shane? Oh, the country western song. Is it Sigga, Vita, and Elín? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of backgroundy. Like I said, I've got an ear for country western song or any song with a country twang. It's not forcible country. It sounds authentic country, but it's just not, yeah, it's not wow. And therefore, my number 2 is Stefán. Like, actually, I think, like I said, I went into that within the first couple of beats being like, oh, it's a ballad. We probably shouldn't be having another ballad. But actually, on memory, that was quite a nice song. I quite liked it. So obviously that means my first one is, Shane, good luck, Reykjavíkurdætur. Hold on a minute.
Reykjavíkurdætur.
Yeah, I was never going to say that like that.
Reykjavíkurdætur.
Reykjavíkurdætur. Them. Oh, hold on a minute. My battery's going to run. I think for me, they were the best. And even the song as well. I wasn't sure whether I was being bamboozled by the visuals. But the song itself is a decent song. I think that's the right entry. And then if we get that, then we can start talking about our favourite alternative different songs, because we've got a few this year. So that for me is Iceland's best chance at Eurovision 2022. So that was good. Thank you, Iceland. I enjoyed that. Please let me know what you think. Please do leave a comment below about what you think about the songs. Please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Please do click the notification button so you're informed if and when I post videos. And yeah, until next time, stay safe. Io mandolin, preglassi, io cric che